Okay, so I'm here with Eoin Hand, former international manager, and we're just talking about tonight's game against Spain. Eoin, how do you think it's going to go?
Well, I think we're all just hoping that we get a good fighting performance. You know, that's I suppose the main. Listen to the supporters. I was in town there this morning as well, and it seems to be the main thing that the expectations are not that great.
Sure.
Quite obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of speculation about the team, what way he'll line up, what way he'll approach the game.
Yeah. What would you do?
Well, what I'd do would be something very different. But again, he hasn't tried it. I mean, he's kind of stuck in the 4-4-2. I'd like to see us doing the modern way is basically playing the 4-2-1-3.
Yeah.
And I'd have Damien Duff in that one position. I think it'd be made for him. You know, he's very good in the ball, and perhaps he's lost a little bit of the pace to get around full-backs. And I think it'd be perfect for him. But obviously he's not going to do that. But you've asked me the question, that's what I'd be thinking of.
Has it been a mistake by Trapattoni to invest so much in this kind of rigid 4-4-2 that leaves us without options against in big games like this, where you would feel that maybe we need to reinforce midfield and change things a bit?
Well, yeah, I mean, a good example of that was the other night. I mean, when we did get the goal scored at the crucial times, that there was no plan B in the second half, and he was crying out for something different, and that would be a criticism. I just do think that he's got the formation has to. The players have to fit in with the formation, whereas Ellen Jack was the same, but there's other managers who would have that the formation should suit the players. So it's a philosophy. Yeah. But he's not going to change now. I mean, look, we've got to give him credit for where he's got to. But there's, when you get to a finals, it's a different thing. So it's not just about making up the numbers.
And just in terms of within the system that we expect him to play, which is this sort of 4-4-1-1, with one of the strikers dropping back and helping out in midfield. There's been a lot of talk about who's going to get dropped in that. Robbie seemed very confident last night that he's going to play. People expect him to play, but do you think there's anything to be said for playing Doyle up there by himself and an extra midfielder instead?
There's a lot to be said for it. I mean, you're only as good as your last game, and I was just concerned that I was watching Robbie when the play was down the far end of the pitch. He was doing some stretches, and I just wondered, did he have some little strain, sort of maybe a hamstring strain or something like that? But I was actually going to ask the question yesterday. I had my hand up, but didn't get a chance. Just to ask that one question, just to ask him personally.
Sure.
Was he struggling a bit during the game? Because he did seem off the pace.
Yeah. And at the back, I mean, there's Trapattoni did sort of suggest that there was an outside chance that he'd make other changes. One other change probably. Ward would seem to be the most vulnerable if that happens, with possibly O'Shea switching sides and Kelly coming in.
Yeah, that could be. It could be that. I think obviously Spain do their homework, and they know where we might be vulnerable, and it might be that John O'Shea, the experience of John O'Shea, and of course the enthusiasm of Stephen Kelly on the right side might be. Again, you looked at it, Darren O'Dea used alongside Richard Dunn in training, whether that's an indication or not, because O'Dea has always performed well in the recent games, wins that we've had.
Yeah.
So that could be. I mean, Sean St. Ledger he played pretty solid, I suppose, but he was missing at crucial times, when the stuff was coming in. Good goal he got. Don't take that away from him. But look, it's we know that the Traps is highly unlikely to make many changes.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. 2 would be massive.
Sure. And Trapattoni and one or two of his players have talked about Chelsea being an example of how we can keep them at bay. Cited the examples of the semi-final, the Champions League and the final, the way they dug in, defended very hard and hit their opponents on the break. Is that a model for us?
Well, that's what he's used. I mean, he keeps on saying football is 90 minutes and anything can happen. And that's what we're hoping tonight. So it's just, really, we need a top performance from everybody out there, isn't it? And we need favourable things happen. Like in Richard Dunn, I think made the comments the other night that whilst we did get a fair share of luck in the qualifying games, it all went against us. In that particular game, any of the breaks, like the penalty not being given, the goal, the offside goal, the controversy over that. So we need all the good things happen for us if we're to get something out of this game, that's for sure. And a favourable refereeing decision. Where's the ref from tonight?
Portugal. He's the same guy who did the Champions League final.
Portugal. Oh, memories of Nazare, Ireland in Brussels against Belgium.
Thanks very much, James.